In 1941, on the 23rd of June, corresponding to the 28th of the month of Sivan, which is tomorrow, the Rebbe and the Rebbe Chaim Mushke finally safely arrived after escaping from war-torn Europe, fleeing the clutches of German Nazis and their European collaborators. Much has been said and written about this special day, how from that moment on, America, North America, and the world has changed into becoming a bastion of Judaism. A few days prior to their arrival, the previous Rebbe expressed himself, we have to prepare ourselves to welcome Mashiach. People didn't understand what he was referring to, except that probably part of his continuous talk and encouragement of the emunah of la'alta l'tshuva, la'alta l'gula, that this is the time of Mashiach. Until a few days later, when the Rebbe arrived, they realized that he was actually referring to the Rebbe, in whom he saw as Mashiach. This is 80 years later. Let us reflect on 80 years. What was the Rebbe's particular approach? How he succeeded in transforming the USA and the whole world? How he took a community decimated, atrophied by the Holocaust, and revived it into the most flourishing, beautiful Jewish community that we're having today. And I'm not talking only about his shluchim, which are spread all over the world, but Judaism in general, how it transformed. Let us reflect about the first Jewish leader, Moshe Rabbeinu, the one that God calls him my trusted shepherd, Raya Mehemna. He became God's trusted shepherd when he shepherded the flock of his father-in-law. And when a little sheep ran away, Moshe Rabbeinu pursued it. And when finally caught up with it, picked it up, put it on the shoulder, carried it back into the flock, and calming and soothing this little sheep. Said God, someone who has this affinity, this devotion, this care, this love even for little sheep, I can trust him with the Jewish people. The Rebbe has the identical quality of feeling for the individual. The Rebbe's leadership is based on each and every individual bringing out the importance, the quality, the potential of each one, and focusing on the one. By way of illustration, story. Someone not familiar with Chabad, with the Rebbe, with 770, needed the Rebbe's advice. He came to 770 expecting to be able to meet the Rebbe, and he was told by the secretary, sorry, there's a long waiting line to get into a private audience. Disappointed, walks out of 770. A young bacher meets him and sees that this man is very distraught, walks over to him and says, can I help you? And he tells him, I have a very serious matter I need to discuss with the Rebbe, and I'm told that only he can help me, and I can't see him. So this young man tells him, look, why aren't you going over to President Street, the Rebbe's house? When the Rebbe will walk out of the house just before 10 o'clock, see, maybe the Rebbe will address you and the Rebbe will speak to you. Not knowing anything inappropriate about it, he goes to the house, and indeed, the Rebbe conversed with him for close to 15 minutes and advised him and helped him and blessed him with all he needs. The man is elated. But as soon as the Rebbe left the house, out of nowhere, some Bochum jumped out and says, how dare you doing what you did? Do you know what it means stopping the Rebbe for 15 minutes? And they really let him have it. Shocked, not having realized the tremendous mistake he made, he wrote a letter to the Rebbe, an apology. I'm really sorry that what I did, I was not aware that this is not something one is supposed to do. And the Rebbe immediately responded. The Baal Shem Tov says that it's possible that the neshama comes down into this world for 70 or 80 years just to one time do a favor for someone else. Who knows? Maybe my neshama came down into this world just to help you. So don't worry about it. What you did is fine, and may God bless you with all those blessings. 80 years later, 80 years have passed since the Rebbe stepped foot on the soil of America. And indeed, Gevura, strength, the strength of the Jewish community, the strength of the commitment of the Jewish community, the strength of his shluchim, of his chassidim. Ready for what? Ready for the one and only Moshiach, who is going to come and free us today, be'ezras Hashem.